read from another section of this spiritual text called the Vachanāmrut. But I'll put a pin in that for you. There was another question that I saw that I wanted to put a pin in from Junior Geek, which was how to overcome addiction, which we were talking about, I guess. So this is a selection of about 300 discourses with an avatar, a dissension in Hinduism about 200 years ago, in the beginning of the 1800s. The sage in question was known as Swaminarayan, and here are his teachings. This is Gadhadā 1.5, Persistence in Meditation. On Maghshar Sudhi the 8th, Samvat 1876, which is the 25th of November 1819. Shriji Maharaj was sitting in Dada Kachar's darbar in Gadhadā. He was dressed entirely in white clothes. At that time, an assembly of Paramahansas, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him. Here we are setting the scene. A Paramahansa is a very highly revered spiritual renunciant. So I'm sure the questions addressed to him are going to be very high. Thereupon, Shriji Maharaj said, one should meditate on Sri Krishna Bhagavan together with Radhika. If during that meditation one cannot behold the form within one's heart, one should not lose faith and stop the meditation. Those who persist in this way will earn the immense grace of God. Moreover, God will be bound by their bhakti, by their devotion. It's a fascinating point, isn't it? Normally we think that we're the ones bound to God, but we're almost switching the script up here. That through devotion, that source becomes bound to us. Let's do one more. The Gadhadā 1.6. One with wisdom and one without wisdom. On Maghshar Sudhi the 9th, Samvat 1876, or the 25th of November 1819, Shriji Maharaj was sitting in Dada Kachar's darbar in Gadhadā. He was dressed entirely in white clothes. He seems to enjoy his white clothes. At the time, an assembly of munis, as well as devotees from various places, had gathered before him. Thereupon, Shriji Maharaj said, in this Satsang, this company of truth, a person who is wise increasingly finds flaws within themselves and perceives virtues in God and in their devotees. How fascinating is that? Moreover, when God and his sant, a saint, utter harsh words of advice for their own benefit, they accept them as beneficial and is not hurt by them. Such a person steadily attains greatness in Satsang, in true companionship. Conversely, as a person who lacks wisdom practices Satsang and listens to discourses in Satsang, he continually perceives virtues within himself. Moreover, when God and his saint highlight his flaws and advise him, he misinterprets such advice due to his arrogance. On the contrary, he perceives flaws in God and his saints. Such a person steadily declines and loses their reputation in Satsang. Therefore, if a person renounces the vanity of their own virtues, becomes brave, and keeps faith in that God, the Source, and their saints, then their ignorance is eradicated and one attains greatness in Satsang. We'll pause our reading there. So here, Swaminarayan is discussing the virtue of humility, where as spiritual seekers, we only see the capacity for ourselves to improve and see what we can learn from everyone else. A very important point, that is.